What's up, folks? Welcome to the channel. I'm Don. I don't know what we're in for, and I selected the song. This was not, nobody recommended it, nobody requested it, nothing. This was just me. I was listening to Brenda Lynn Allen's radio show, right? And I've reacted to a couple of Brenda Lynn songs, but she's also got an internet-based radio program, and she has many guests on there. And I just checked out her recent upload, if you will, her recent interview with an artist. His name is Randy C. Moore. And I've not heard of Randy C. Moore. I'll just call him Randy from here forward. But I'm like, this is kind of fun doing artists that I've not heard of, but his song Before Elvis. I'm like, with a title like that, I may just have to check this out. So he told the story of the song on Brenda Lynn's radio show. So I heard that, and I'm like, I'm just going to do this for the channel and take a flyer. And evidently the song, according to the radio broadcast, is climbing up the Texas music charts. So when I hear Texas music charts, I'm like, all right, cool. It's going to have a good country vibe to it. So let's see. It's the official video too. So let's see what Randy's got for us here.
Let me tell you all a story about my Uncle Gene. See, Uncle Gene was just 16 in 1953. He was a junior at Humes High School in Memphis, Tennessee, when he met this kid in English class who changed all history. So come on, my friends, I'll take you back again in my rock and roll time machine. It was Friday night in Memphis, 1953. I was bumming smokes and spiking cokes, bopping at the teen canteen. He came strolling in the front door, wearing pink on black, with hair shined up and slickered out like a brand new Cadillac. His mama named him Elvis, and he was a shy and skinny cat. He was gonna be the king someday, but he hadn't done it yet. Before Elvis was the king, he was just a high school teen. Before that's alright and go, cat, go. He was just a kid in funny looking clothes.
Alright, I'm trying to figure out why the black and white and the color, what they represent. I'm trying to figure it out. It's usually as a past-present thing, but the way this is being shot is very unique. It's front of building, back of building. All right, maybe I'll figure it out.
You wouldn't have believed it if you could have seen before Elvis was the king. Look out now, I'm gonna tell you a little bit more. Here we go. We'd always call him Sissy Boy, but the girls are fascinated by the way he raised his upper lip. Somehow it drove her crazy. He had an old beat-up six-string guitar with a rocking little sound. And when he played a high school talent show, he tore the whole house down. Nobody ever saw it come, least of all was me, till I saw him shake and rattle the world on national TV. Before Elvis was the king, he was just a high school teen. Before he ever made his story, it was metal shop, math and chemistry.
Nice.
You wouldn't have believed it if you could have seen before Elvis was the king. Now rock it, little king.
Tuned it while playing it.
Before Elvis was the king, he was just a high school teen. Before Hollywood, Las Vegas, and the world,
In Vegas.
was driving kiss a girl. Now you wouldn't have believed it if you could have seen before Elvis was the king. No, you wouldn't have believed it if you could have seen before Elvis was the king. That's just how Uncle Gene told it to me, and that's all right.
It's all right. Vinyl too. Oh, that's his Uncle Gene. Nice. Yeah, a few thoughts. One is it is fascinating when you think, one, doing a song like this, you got to wonder if you think there'll be a backlash, because you never know how somebody's going to react to doing a song about the king and about Elvis, and this is who he was. He has truth on his side because his Uncle Gene told him the story, and the story was also about truth. I mean, how could you debate? Yeah, he was a kid. Everybody you grow up. That's what it is. You go to school, you do your science, you do your math, whatever you're doing. But you wonder if God, how will people react to this when I do it? So I wonder if that would have affected the way in which the story was told and things that were left out. I'm not sure. But it is kind of funny too, like where he says, you wouldn't believe it. You know, if you'd seen Elvis back then, in a sense. And it reminded me of like when I was younger, 7th grade or elementary school, whatever, you're younger, and you go out, you go to a movie or you go out shopping with your mom or something like that. And you see one of your school teachers out in the mall and you're like, what are you doing here? Like, to you, they're teachers. They're always in the classroom. Like in your brain, that's who they are. You don't realize once they go home, they go out and they're human beings too. And so you might see them out there in their non-teachery clothes, and it doesn't compute because you know them in one context. And the king, Elvis, most folks know him in one context, and that is up on stage, jamming away, playing away, girls going crazy, dressed and doing the whole thing. They know him as the king, with, a billion #1 songs. But to see him back then, I mean, in one sense, we don't want to burst the illusion of who he is in all of our consciences. Consciousness, or most of ours anyway. But that was fun. And I could see why that song would gain a head of steam, because the lyrics are simple. Like, they're simple to sing. So you hear this song in your car, like whether it's Spotify or whatever, Sirius, I don't know where it all is. But you hear this song going down the road and you're popping along. It's just a happy, feel-good song. And then it's about the king. But the lyrics themselves, they're pretty easy to identify. And Randy's diction is really clear in this thing too. The way the video was shot was one of the most unique things I've seen. And I'm still trying to figure out. I think it is, the black and white represented the past, Elvis as a kid. And then the colorized version was present. In black and white, he was behind the building, which makes sense because he wasn't famous yet, so you'd be behind the building. In color, it was shot in front of the theater that was closed. It was being renovated or something, but that would have symbolized maybe more of the present, not today present, but the performing Elvis. And then the juxtaposition that the two things can be true at once. Elvis was a kid. Elvis was a performer. This is all true. All right, what am I going to rate that song? That was very, very different. I'm glad I did that. Gosh. Creativity. I don't know if it was ballsy or not. I still haven't decided whether that would be ballsy. I think anytime you go after an icon, not go after, but I mean sing something about an icon that's different, that isn't just laudatory, but it might be something that, like, this is just about his past. You just don't know how people will respond. And I think Randy probably figured out he was on safe ground, because not only was this true, and there was nothing mean about it, that he'd be on safe ground, but it was a story from his Uncle Gene. So I like the risk, but I also like the musicality. I like the instrumentation, the up tempo. It was very Elvis-ish. I I'm gonna say, like, if I'm going down the road, I'm placing myself in different contexts listening to this, and I can't think of a context in which I wouldn't enjoy this. So I'm coming in with a 9.1. Yeah, that was fun. So Randy C. Moore, not Randy Seymour, but Randy C. Moore, shout out to you. Thank you for that. Nobody requested it. This was on me, but I'm glad I did it. We'll see where this thing goes, but I have a feeling this is one that'll have a long shelf life too. It's only been out for about a month, so I hope I don't get blocked. But anyhow, we'll see how that goes when I upload it. Okay, folks, leave your comments for Randy. He'll probably see them. Well, one can only hope anyhow. He's probably a busy guy these days doing radio interviews, I'm guessing. So there you go. Have a great day. See you on another video. Keep rocking the country, old and new.